What is up, guys? This is Dr. Frankenmax here playing a little bit of Team Fortress 2 and talking to you about something that I think needs to be resolved. As you can see by that sniper who's madly spinning around and hitting me multiple times, one under cloak, that is a hacker. Now, hackers are nothing new to Team Fortress 2. They have existed since the dawn of Team Fortress 2. People have collected the aimbot formulas that are provided because of man versus machine and use them to make it so that they are basically unstoppable. Commonly used by snipers and sometimes heavies if you find a very unexperienced player. But most cases you'll see snipers with aimbots a lot. And, you know, I wouldn't complain so much about this if it wasn't such a huge deal. Especially now that the new matchmaking mode has started. This kind of thing is just way too much of a problem. You know, you can't choose what map you want to play on anymore. You can't really be too terribly picky about which server you get put on. So when you're being randomly assigned to a server, and you can't choose the map that you want to play on, and you get lucky and find the map that you want, only to figure out that the server has one or more hackers on it, that's a really good way to kill a play session. And I could have just gone onto a different server, but quite honestly, that takes me time. Time that I do not want to spend hunting down another server where we aren't having aimbot issues. Now, there are multiple ways that Valve could remedy this problem. First, they could change an issue that I think should have been changed years ago, where you're not just allowed to, let's see, where was my thought process going? Well, as the current Team Fortress C, I'm trying to peek that sniper and hit him, but that medic is healing him. And I was trying to encourage that medic to stop healing that sniper. But anyway, as I was saying, not only should we be able to kick players on our own teams, we should be allowed to kick players on other teams. Because if you think about it, what's wrong with being on the opposite team as a player and kicking them from the server? I mean, if it's an issue like this, then it's justified. It should be allowed. We should be able to decide out of all the players on the server which ones we want to kick and which ones we want to stay on. It shouldn't be only the players on our team that we're allowed to ban off the server. It should be any player. This is just a problem. Okay? And it could be fixed that way. It could be fixed by allowing all players to ban any player, if they get a majority vote. Which in the case of hackers, most people are willing to kick hackers because they ruin a gaming experience. Except for in the case of a fair few number of people who like having hackers on their team to increase their chances of winning. Another way that this problem could be fixed is by, putting together formulas that allow, that basically discourage hacking. You know, make it so that hacking can't happen. There has to be some kind of code you can put in order to erase hacking. I mean, there has to be. This game is controlled by a set series of code, and that code can be changed. So you could completely erase the existence of an aimbot formula and not have this problem. And those are the two ways that I can think to solve this. The only thing that we need right now is for Valve to take action. And Valve is refusing to take action because they just don't care. You know, we're getting updates like Scream Fortress and all this other stuff when we should be getting updates like Anti-Hack Update. That's an update that I want to see happen in the new future. I'm tired of hats, I'm tired of new weapons, I'm tired of new game modes. I want hacks gone for good. And the instant Valve does that is the instant that I think TF2 will be perfect. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my opinions on hacking. Don't do it. It doesn't make you any more skilled of a player. It doesn't make you any more liked. In fact, it makes you more hated when you hack. So don't be this guy. Don't be Underwater Basket Weaver. Don't be a 6-year-old who downloads some hack off of the internet and destroys an enemy team. Don't be that guy. Be a legitimate player or don't play the game at all. Thank you so much for watching. Keep being awesome, I'll keep being awesome, and as always, be sure to stay tuned for more awesomeness. Frank and Mac,